All right, so today is March 6th, 2022, and this is in fact the third day in terms of the smartphone firm faces the blame activity. Uh, it was elicited on Thursday, Friday, and it has taken 3 days' time for the skit to be executed. So you guys have seen the rehearsal, and now the opening, some 4 or 5 minutes, is given to all you people for debriefing yourself and refurbishing things that have been lost and scattered here and there. Yes. So we thought access the also we should not plan any or you can take the seat here. You can involve CB here. You regroom, involve him, and then tell me when you're ready. But everything depends. Add him somehow. Add him somehow. Maybe give him some information as to talk about the learning or something. He knows the story. Yes. He knows the story. Maybe at the last can take the solution. So he will be just sitting static and watch everything that's going on. Because you guys are going to take about 30-35 minutes, and I don't want him to waste time. Think over and have a discussion. What is the time? The time is 5:21. Okay. I don't care. No. Whether Yal will turns up or not, things should start. Okay, so I'll give the control to Mitra. You guys please tell me when you're ready for the skit, and then I'll happily sit and watch.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Yes, sir.
Friends, Yarvendran has not turned up yet. So shall we give his some of his roles to CB Adityan because it's already 5:20.
Yes, Mitra. I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Okay, now. Jay Prakash and Siddharth and Taneshwar, are you fine with that?
Yeah, that's fine. You can do
Yes, Mitra.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Okay, so how are you going to involve? Would you like to have a team purpose?
No, sir, we are almost done, sir. Yes, sir. The sequences, the narration we will take part, sir. We have the screenshots of the sequences, sir. Okay.
Do we open the door and see if it's come?
Dakshinanna, can you please send the screenshots of the sequences and characters now? Not
Okay.
even the sequences. If we just send the characters, I think it will be fine.
Yeah, I'll do.
It's on the Skype chat. The
Oh,
sequences.
okay.
Renee, come fast, come fast. Why are you late? Okay, sit down. You want to come here?
No, sir. Is it here? Shall I start?
Okay, so we are officially starting by exactly 5:30 p.m. IST. 3, 2, 1, go.
A warm greetings, one and all present here. So today, the solution or the conclusion that we are going to give for the story that sir told us or narrated 2 days before is going to be narrated like a skit. So we are going to act the skit in which you will get to know about how the story ends and what solution we are going to give. We totally have around 9 scenes, sir. All are short scenes, sir. We will complete it fast, sir.
No, you should do enough justice for the preparation.
Yes, sir.
If you're planning for a Sunday evening movie or something, that's not going to happen.
Sir, only you are the audience. You're not acting. Not okay. So let's get on to the first sequence. So here, actually, we have decided the whole sequence because of the conflict or the war that is taking place in the present 2022 between Russia and Ukraine. So we have taken that conflict and we have merged it with our own imagination and creativity. And we have no offense towards the respective countries or the roles played by people in the skit. And everything is only imagination and creativity. This is just disclaimer. So let's get on to the first sequence. The first sequence is about if we could be able to give how the first sequence is going on is, it is the conversation between the Ukrainian ambassador and Indian ambassador. So these two people, when are especially Ukrainian ambassador is asking for the support of India towards Ukraine. But let's see what happens. So in the first sequence, Siddharth plays the role of the Ukrainian ambassador and Yalvendan plays the role of Indian ambassador. Out of character. Yalvendan, you are ready? Tested. நாங்க சொன்னது ரெடி நேத்து ரிஹர்சல் பண்ணோம்ல ரெடியா இருக்கியா okay so let's get on to the first sequence 3 2 1 go come on Siddharth initiate the discussion
Okay, so
One second.
Ambassador.
Can we bring Yalvin a little bit closer?
Maximum close.
Okay. So now, sir, you're muted.
After.
பரவாயில்ல பேசு
Hi Anna.
Hello.
Hi.
what is your matter
What is your
நேத்து ரிஹர்சல்ல பண்ணில
What were you doing in the rehearsal?
what are you doing?
Go ahead with what was actually planned. Forget this very conversation. Just tell what was. I'm
That-
going to.
Okay, sir. In this scene, it was planned that like me and Yalvin would speak for a little bit about saying like how's life or how's the country doing. And after that, I would ask the question, so why don't you come out and help us for a bit against the war against Russia? And then he gives a rebuttal saying that if I help you, Russia would come after me or kill me. And then I ask him, what, then just come after me now, protect you or something. And then he says, no, I'm not going to do that because that puts my citizens in danger or puts the army in danger in my whole country. So I'm not going to do that. We fight like that for a bit. And then in the end, he just ends up not joining either side and stays neutral.
Got that part? Got that part, and now you can carry on with the next.
sequence sir
Yes, I assume that the character's conversation has already finished. Now that Siddharth has explained what it was. Because he's messing around. He's not grasping. He has done nothing in the reverse. Very evolution. So he's just go with things.
okay sir so freeze now let's get on to the second sequence. Second sequence is the impact of the conversation between the Ukrainian ambassador and Indian ambassador. The common people of Ukraine are very angry and very frustrated and disappointed that India is not supporting neither of the countries. And they have a common discussion. They are not from the government and they are not from any posts in the government. They are all just normal, original, common people of Ukraine. So here everyone plays the role of the common people of Ukraine and they take part in the discussion about how they could what they think about, what is their opinion about India's neutral position. So let's start the second sequence. 3 2 1 go.
Once again, sorry for the interruption. Yes, I'm able to get to you. Do you have something to say? What was your role in the rehearsal that you, Mitra, Darshan have been doing? Why are you not able to talk today?
Sir, in first scene, I was like I'm an Indian ambassador, sir, and I should Siddhartha will ask how are you doing, and I should answer I am doing, and he should ask where are you supporting like that.
Now you are explaining. Why didn't you do that when the conversation was on? Now you are able to explain. Then why are you not able to enact? you have to be very, very, very sharp in these kinds of exercises. That you understand. Okay. Just because you're a little boy, you're not grasp things, but don't repeat this. You have to be very sharp. MS evening session, on day one it will be happening, and then the next day it will continue with where you have stopped the previous day. You got to be ready and sharp for all that. But here, everybody has got the practice. That knows it, Tanishwar knows it, Dakshin knows it, Mitra knows it, Jayaprakash knows it. You both should also be adopted. Okay? I will not give excuse that okay, he's just a little boy. The age is very less. No, I don't see things that way. Everybody's brain capacity is the same, and if you are really vigilant, you can do better. Okay, so whenever you want to say something, you can happen. All right, CVU also. Yeah. She will say that. She will say. நீ வீட்டில் உட்காந்துருக்காங்க இப்போ வந்துட்டு அமைதியா. Okay, now Mitra has already given the period for the sequence. You are able to understand? I had to take a pass for pulling in Yalin and Skit. I can go ahead.
Yes, sir. So 3, 2, 1, go. We need to destroy those Indians. They're not supporting us. What do you guys think?
Oh, I mean, I kind of understand why they don't want to support us because they're at risk of losing a lot of millions of people from helping either side.
But they can
No,
at
we
least give
don't
us
have
weapons,
the
right?
equipments, and we don't have
Yeah.
much weapons to attack India.
But even if they do that, that's not
We
going to help with either one country.
we can think in a different way to attack them indirectly. That they should not know what we have done for them.
We should post a war on India.
Maybe like a bio war or something.
No, we don't have enough equipment to do that. Maybe like
Yes, we're
yeah.
already at war with Russia, or yeah. So
Yeah,
you won't
we
have
can't do
enough.
that.
And if we start
So-
picking wars with other countries, they're just going to team up with Russia because we started a war with them. So it's going to be Russia and India versus us. In this case, we should let them decide without inciting them or doing anything bad that forces them to make the decision. They have to do it themselves. If we don't do that, then they're gonna come after us or come after someone else very angry.
Wait, JP knows some hackers
John,
from India. You know, right?
I thought of bringing that idea to attack them indirectly on technologies. So it could be the major disadvantage for us to get the war with them in indirect manner way, and we can let them down. So
Yeah.
I know some hackers and from India. So I'll take care of this matter, and I'll look after what to do, and we can succeed in this plan.
We
Yeah.
will hack the DS company because all the users from the world are using the telecommunication, that is like cell phones, smartphones, and other accessories from DS telecommunication center. So
Yeah.
what if we hack? Because many people are using this, and many details could be got by hacking. Also, you say that there are two unethical hackers. So why don't we actually ask the hackers to hack this database?
Yeah, we could do that.
I do contact them and let you know about this matter.
Okay, freeze. So now JP makes a call to an anonymous hacker. We won't reveal who it is right now. You'll know it at the end. So he or she does a voiceover, like changes his voice using a voice modifier so that no one can track him or her down. So let's see how this conversation goes. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi.
Well,
Is that Taneshwar and Siddharth?
Yes.
just
I'm talking from Ukraine, and we'll just made a decision to attack India indirectly on technology terms. So we need your work, and we will pay for you for your work. So what you guys are saying?
how much are you offering?
It mean you just need to get in contact with us, and then we will reveal about the payment transactions and the agreements. So you just need to confirm it.
And how but doing this, does this put
Yeah.
us at risk?
No, of course not. We are at the satellite communication, so no one doesn't know, and we are under dark web, so no one doesn't know about your transaction details or your if you're contacting me and the plan secrets. So everything the one be revealed to you, and anyone doesn't know. It's a safe play, and our ultimate aim is to hit India in technological terms. So we offer you about $500 million to attack you. So you guys get the plan process if you're ready to go.
Okay. It'll take at least 1 week to set up, but I can do it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. We'll contact you in touch with, and I'll let you know soon.
Okay. And don't you dare call the police on us or back out. Because if you do, I will find you.
No way at all.
Okay, freeze.
Okay.
So now let's go to the fourth scene. Now in this scene, Jayaprakash Anna and Tanishwar are playing the roles of two hosts. They're hosting a show in India. And in India, over the past 10, 15 years, a company called DS Communications has been growing. They sell everything related to technology, hardware, software, everything. So they are probably the biggest, IT company in India, IT manufacturers, and they provide ISPs too. So they are pretty big, and they're ruling the country right now. And almost everyone in India who has access to technology can afford the company's products because the range is pretty good. Okay, the range. So even a lot of poor people can buy cheap products, and there are products for the rich as well. So right now, let's have an idea about how big this company is. And for that, this show is being hosted, and the founder of the company, Dakshin, will be interviewed by Taneshwar, JP, and some other reporters. And along with Dakshin, there's another, his distributing partner, Mitra. Both of them are going to be interviewed because Mitra's company has now become the biggest distributing company by partnering with DS Communications. So 3, 2, 1, go.
And
Right
our
now,
sequence 1 minute out of character. So Yalvendra and Sibyadithan, in the sequence, you both are reporters. Okay, so you both know about the story. You know the story, right, Sibyadithan? You remember it, right? So in the report, ask Dakshinana and Mitra, myself, about the questions about how successful their company has become. Okay, understood?
I also.
Okay, thank you, sir. Ready, sir.
okay, come on, Tanishwar and JP, and anyone can start off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hello
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
show, and today we have the founder and distributor of the company called DS, and we have Dakshin here and Mitra here.
Yes. Okay. Let's go. Let's put up the question. So far, how is your market now as of now? The DS company has made more profits as compared to previous years. And can you say me the exact numbers of the profits you have done this year? And how much popularity you've been in India right now?
Okay, rather than just talk about numbers, I'll just say some other stats. So we've right now been the fastest growing technology IT company in the world. We're growing at a tremendous rate. And as compared to some other tech giants across the world, we are pretty recent, 10, 15 years. So we're growing, and we're right now the biggest in India, but we are now looking forward to taking our ventures outside and exploring some other countries and.
Okay.
Okay.
Now how is
You
your
seem to be holding up a very good distribution company, and the franchisee profit has been skyrocketing in the recent times. And I'm as astounded as my fellow reporters out here in this conference that how are you able to book so much of profits in a short period of time while the tycoon Mr. Dakshin Siddharth is holding up stakeholds and reserves of at least 500 crores Indian net rate. You just run a little bit of a shop, which net worth is just about 4.5 lakhs or something. And now your net worth is skyrocketed and it is last year, financial year ending March 31st, you closed the profit of galloping almost about 73 lakhs. And your total overhead expenses spent 1.5 lakhs. 1.5 lakhs against 70 lakhs. Well, it's a huge monstrous profit. Although the question is looking like an investigating investment, but we would like to have answers from you, Ms. Mitra Mani.
Thank you for the question, sir. Sir, you should understand the logic. So, although we haven't signed any contract or any document that Mr. Dakshin Siddharth and I are partners, we haven't signed such official documents or any even like some document relating as partners. But still, we do not have that much communication with each other, and we did not plan these things. But when people started buying the technological items from Mr. From DS company, each time they buy a technological equipment, they would need certain accessories. Like if you buy a laptop or something, you need certain accessories like a headphone. Like you might sometimes need a hard disk if the space exceeds too much. And
Sorry for interrupting. The headphones, Bluetooth devices, and the kind of accessories that you're selling, are they really tangible enough to give you such a load of profit close to 30 lakhs? I don't get it.
yes, sir, you're right, and I can assure you that all the items if you take a Bluetooth speaker or anything, all are unique in look and unique in their functions, sir. Each time we sell a new product or each time we launch a new product, we have, if you could have seen the advertisements and other applications, when you download an application, you could see lots of advertisements and launches we have made. That is because we have certain designers whom we approach and we decide something, and they give the output as we expect, and we have a unique set of things. So I think it's the network that I have reached about 70 lakhs is all because of the total teamwork of our company. Although it is a very small company, but I am the owner and I have all the rights to ask or expect from my designers to give an output or result like this. That's the only reason.
Well, okay, I won't say unless that which makes me switch gears for an interviewing question to the wonderful, flamboyant, charismatic tycoon, Mr. Dakshin Siddharth. Well, rumors wailing around Mr. Dakshin Siddharth that your company rather is a part of this so-called World War III between Russia and Ukraine, and your company is part, no, majorly involved in the supplies, I mean, digital supplies of this particular war that is going on. You are minting a lot of money with that. Your say on that? Would you like to welcome this question, or would you like to safeguard and play safe? As
Do you have any concrete proof regarding this?
wants to know.
Sir, like, can you please keep the mic closer, sir? Your audio is too low. So you're muted.
Yeah. Do you want me to
Yes, sir. Please repeat the question.
repeat the question? Okay, right.
Yes.
That's better because I would have a different color of it. Okay. Thank you so much for the answer, Ms. Mitra. I would like to switch gears and would like to go to an intriguing question to Mr. The flamboyant Dakshin Siddharth, who is the messiah image in most of the business magazines these days. Mr. Dakshin Siddharth, rumors are wailing around that you have a huge participation and huge involvement in this Russia and Ukraine, so-called World War III. And DS Telecommunication is really having its cold waters of profit because of this particular country dispute. And you are minting a lot of money. And you speak so much about national integrity, patriotism, and then giving the smartphone to the cheaper levels into the palms of Indians and all that. But your actions are not at all, not even proportionately matching with your deeds. You might be labeled as an international criminal in another couple of days. Your thoughts about it, Mr. Dakshin?
Well, if you look at our foreign ventures, we're not heavily involved in Russia or Ukraine. So it's very logical that we won't be hit as much as the other technological companies are who have their branches and depend on Russia and Ukraine for a lot of their money. We don't. We have other partners in other countries. So if we are not hit a lot by this particular war, then it's good for us. And we haven't taken the risk of investing in these two countries. So I don't think, because right now foreign policy is very clear. We have just started our foreign policy, venturing outside India, just a few countries, and we're making good profit there. So I don't see the point in this question because we don't operate in Russia or Ukraine. So you can't link the war with us.
Yeah, just because you don't see a point that is figuring out itself, it doesn't mean that you haven't committed any errors. I get a lot of information that you have got some hackers working under your sleeve, and you got people who are
Can you
carrying
name them,
information,
sir?
and all of a sudden you had went for an aggressive sales, like almost about uh, 13 lakh cell phones from your company have been sold for a marginal cheaper amount of INR 4,800 or 5,000 without GST, getting levied into the bills. Would you like to explain that? Why did you do that? Was it a
That was a
marketing strategy?
success, first of all. And secondly, we had a sort of innovation within our company. We wanted to bring in two inbuilt apps, and those were rejected by the telecommunication minister. So we had to balance the books, and we sold all the cheaper models. And it's a success. We made a lot of profit by the aggressive sale.
Says you're putting the blame on the minister. Is that the success, Mr. Dakshin?
It wasn't approved, so we had to balance the books somehow. That's why we did it. I'm not blaming anyone.
You have been always the kingmaker, and you had wonderful executives. One's name was Yalvendan, I believe. Another one's name is Sibi Aditan. And those two guys
Yes.
made a lot of marketing research. And you went gaga about it. You had made a tom-tom about it. And you told the entire world that the cell phone company is going for market research. But eventually, you haven't accepted any of those people's ideas. And you're putting the blame on the minister, telecommunication minister, for not approving the idea. So
I'm
escapism.
not putting the blame on him. I never blamed anyone. I reiterate. I'm just saying that just because those apps weren't approved, we had to do something to balance the books, and we went for the aggressive sale. So I didn't blame anyone.
Ms. Mitra, why do you think Dakshin Siddharth's cell phone company phones have been hitting your local store for temper, what do we say? Temper glass or something? Yeah, I use only iPhone, so I don't have the need for it. So the temper glass and the accessories and that third-party domestic applications. Uh, are you not tired selling those tiny little things and earning money out of it, Ms. Mitra?
Actually, to be honest, no offense to you, Mr. Darshan Siddharth, but people who bought the phones at the marginal rate of about 4,800 or so, what they thought was when a company sells the phone at a lower rate, people cannot trust the long lasting function or the ability of the phone. They never believed so. Although they got the money, they bought the phone immediately. They wanted to safeguard the phone from any hacking or so, because when such a company sells all the 13 lakh phone at an aggressive sale of about 4,800 or something, they might not have the belief on the company that it would long last for a long time. So what they thought was they wanted new things, and coincidentally at just like 1 or 2 weeks before the launch of these aggressive sales, our designers had uh, invented one thing: matte finish temper glass. So more than temper glass, the matte finish is even more useful, because even when we use matte finish, although we use the phone very aggressive or very voracious, it would not get any scratches or something, and if you even drop the phone, you would not get that much effect or impact as you would drop the display screen on the floor. So that's why we invented the matte finish, and constantly he sold all the phones, and this was the marginal profit that we got from his sale.
Okay, so out of character, Jayaprakash has got questions. So let's go.
Mr. Dakshin Siddharth, now your company has been successful combo with Mitra's temper glass products. So now it gonna be your company relationship gonna be continue with up to lost, or you have any other options instead of Mitra's temper glass products?
Well, actually, our company has got a special bond with theirs because I met Mitra and her colleagues about 5 to 6 years ago, and when they started, they were pretty, they started on a pretty small scale basis, but over these years they've grown a lot, and I've seen that, and I'm really happy that we invested on them, and I think that they're doing a pretty good job, and we'd like to continue for the long run. But if there are any issues in the middle, we'll sort it out peacefully. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a question. Okay. Last year I heard that your company had it was in like a lawsuit, and then like, can you like explain like what was the problem with it, and like who was the other person in the lawsuit, and what was like the misunderstanding?
Okay, so yeah, there was a lawsuit actually. Okay, so there was one particular man with a startup idea, and he actually tried to copy some of our models. I don't want to go deep into that. And he basically indulged in plagiarism, and we just filed a case against him and boss right now. So
I have another one.
yeah.
So like, what's like, how secure is like your antivirus and like your firewall, and like if someone were to hack it, like how long would it take them, and like would it even be possible?
Okay, so our latest antivirus has been built using all the latest technology available, and we pay a lot of attention and emphasis. We lay a lot of emphasis on cybersecurity, and that's why actually we are pretty recent in terms of entering into this industry, but we've done it with utmost care and attention. So I think we're doing pretty good. We actually provide the best cybersecurity services in India, and there's no company right now in the country which can rival us. And if you ask about the time taken to crack it, it depends on the type of hacker you're talking about. Because if you're talking about a globally renowned hacker, then it's possible to breach. But if you're talking about a local level hacker who's not got too much expertise, then I don't think it's possible.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
As a customer, I asked to Yalvindan to. I asked Dakshinanna to launch some educational games. Why it didn't launched? It took very time. Since I asked why it is not launched. Dakshin.
Because they were rejected by the minister. That's it. Okay, Siddharth, last question.
You are seeing more and more of problems. You handled the time. You think I am. Who is this happening? Who is this doing this? That's like you have been thinking. So that time you think somebody come and somebody come and buying the phone of yours and saying his phone is going like this, connecting to more towers. That like saying you are you are also saying the police come and all the things saying, and that time you are very angry. Means what you will do?
Actually, there's just one or two cases. Okay, not everyone's facing the same issue. So right now it hasn't grown much, and those people also don't have enough proof to prove it. Maybe it's just a hoax or something. I don't know. So it hasn't been proven yet. So we're happy.
Okay, and for your
Yeah.
final question. This last question is for me a bit more different than the ones you've been asked before. It's a kind of off topic, you could say. So, how has your company been affected by the war going on lately? Has it improved, decreased, been affected by it somehow?
Actually, we don't have any sort of services going on in Ukraine and Russia, so we're completely unaffected.
And then for the second part of that question, will you be launching things to go? Will you be launching ideas of new companies or branches into Ukraine or Russia for future?
Yeah, of course. Once this war ends, definitely when things go back to normal, we would love to expand our business definitely, and getting a global reach would be a dream come true for us. So yeah,
Okay, thank you.
thank you. Okay, freeze. So let's go to the next scene. Okay, in this scene, the main roles will be played by Tanishwar and Mitra. So first, Tanishwar tries to call one of his friends within India. He doesn't pick up, and then the next day something terrible happens. Let's see what it is. Come on, Tanishwar. Go.
Okay. Let's try calling him. It's ringing, and he didn't pick up.
I have cut the call.
The next day,
I cut the call.
right? The next day.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna
Hello,
call.
is this Taneshwar speaking?
Yes, this is me.
Okay. So you need not, there is no necessity to find who is speaking to you, but just do what I say. Understood?
Okay.
After some time, I will send an account number and the codes required for that to your SMS, not through WhatsApp or any social media. You are transacting about 6 lakh rupees through that account. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, so you should not ask for any questions, nor you should approach the police. You'll have to just transact around 6 lakh rupees. We are not going to tell you the reason. And within 10 minutes or so, you'll have to send around 6 lakh rupees to the account.
What if I do contact the police?
If you either call the police or if you don't transact 6 lakh rupees, in news and in other things, we would let people know that you are one of the main reason for the scam that's happening in DS company. You are the culprit who's hacking the DS company, and you are the reason for all this scam that's happening in the whole country.
Oh.
If you
Okay.
don't want that name, you better transact around 6 lakh rupees within 15 minutes.
Okay, I'll do it now.
Okay.
Okay, freeze. Now in the next scene, I'm going to be playing the role of a chief reporter in New York Times, and I have two of my correspondents in India, and their roles will be played by Siddharth and Yalvinden. So basically, Siddharth and Yalvinden will provide us information about what's going on in India. So let's go. 3, 2, 1. So welcome, folks, to New York Times. Big news emerging from India. Let's ask our special correspondents for more information. Siddharth, what's going on right now in India? Some big
So right now,
technological scam.
so right now, yeah, there have been many people. Many people have reported saying that a mysterious caller have called them, and then they've been asked to give them large sums of money. And if they haven't, they would have been taken care of by the caller. That's what I've been told. And these people have given millions and millions of dollars in whatever currency. They're losing a lot of money. And these people, they're just getting all this money. We don't know who they are, what they're doing. We don't know their main purpose. We know nothing about them. But these people, they're getting a lot of money, scamming many people. So please be careful. You're gonna lose all your money if you don't pay careful. If you get a call from a number you don't know, ignore it. Wait for some other call with number you know, or if they leave a voice message, otherwise leave it alone. That is all. Thank you.
Can Yalvinden tell us something about this entire thing?
I am a reporter. So some people is calling to someone. The call is going all over the world, and it is coming to the line. And all of them are when someone is calling, they are blackmailing people. So what decision are you taking?
Yes, I am another reporter reporting from Mumbai city, and there is a big scam going on throughout the country. Many people are in panic, and people are all blaming and shouting, and they're protesting that DS company is the complete reason for this. And when a person calls another person, the towers switch from Russia, Ukraine, and other things, and the government is afraid that this could provide the details of the person and also the country terrorist and also and within 24 hours more than 20-25 people have got received threatening calls for ransom money, and they did not have any other go. One such person who has attended the threatening call is here, and he just told that the person is asking for ransom money about 6 lakh rupees, and he is threatening that if you don't transact the 6 lakh rupees, we would announce that you are the main reason for the scam that's happening in the DS company, and it will all be published in all the newspapers all over the world. So the person does not have any other go and has to transact. This is the current status of the entire country, and everyone are in panic.
Oh, thank you, everyone. So, who's behind all this? Is it the technological giant Dakshin and his company is behind all this, or is it some sort of other scam? Big news from India. You heard it first. Subscribe to New York Times for more. See you later. Okay, freeze. So let's go on to the next scene. So would you get to give an intro? Or should I? Okay, I'll do it. So in the next scene, there are pressuring questions, basically from everyone, like all the media outlets in India. And thank you, sir. So right now, everyone will be playing the roles of different media personalities, and they'll be questioning me, Jayaprakash Anna, and Mitra, because Jayaprakash Anna is probably very much involved with us. So all three of us will be questioned. So this session has to be as pressurizing as possible. So let's go. 3, 2, 1. Go.
Who is behind this, Mitraka?
We are not sure about who is behind all this, but that person should have a very negative connotative intention towards the company, and it's all because of the exposure or the profit that DS company has made. And Mr. Dakshin Siddharth is listed like just 2 weeks before all this scam started happening. Okay. Just before 2 weeks, the scam started to happen. Mr. Dakshin Siddharth's name was listed in the richest men in the world list, and it came in New Times of India and many other magazines. But now we are not sure about who is behind all this, and it's definitely a black ledger for Mr. Dakshin Siddharth, for Mitra, and also for Mr. Jay Prakash. We shall see who is
And
behind.
I am also curious to know Mr. Dakshin Siddharth's friends network. I mean, rumors again wailing around that Dakshin has got friends. There is one guy by name Siddharth Saranakumar who is living in Boston, USA. And there is another guy by name Taneshwar Edilan who is living in Washington, D.C. And Dakshin frequently visits their offices and he takes the flight every now and then and he visits. And most importantly, Mr. Dakshin Siddharth has got free access into Mr. Jayaprakash, the Minister of Telecommunications office. I mean, Dakshin has got free pass to get into the minister's office just like that, while the other fellow tycoons of Dakshin Siddharth are waiting days together to meet the minister. So frequent visit to two secret friends' place in Washington D.C. and Boston, and frequent visits to telecommunication minister Mr. Jayaprakash. So will Mr. Dakshin Siddharth, the flamboyant Dakshin Siddharth, answer this question?
Well, let's leave the personal part of it away. I have the right to visit anyone I want, and they're my friends. They reside in the US, so I can visit them. It's not like I don't need to justify it. And about the telecommunication minister, you all know that the government and my company have got an honorary bond, and we help each other out. And we've collaborated as well with many government telecommunication, uh, ventures. So I've been one of the honorary advisors of Mr. Jaiprakash, and we've been doing great things together. So it's, you know, everyone knows it. So why are you bringing old things up now? Let's focus on what's going on right now.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
So are all of these allegations true about your company, and why do you think this arose, and how is your company gonna get back from this? Because all your sales are gonna go lower, and people are gonna stop wanting like buying your products and stuff. So, you know, how do you think you can get out of this situation?
First, we have to find out who's behind all this, and probably, I'm very sure that the government is hiring a special team to find out who's doing all this. So the government has assured me that I have their support as long as I'm not proven guilty. So we'll find out who it is very soon, and let's see. Only time will tell us, because right now we're facing a lot of issues. Things are tough.
Yeah, it is going to be a lot of time saving for the government, Mr. DS, because you and Mitra are going to be the culprits. I mean, the whole nation knows that there is a very good understanding and there is a very solid and concrete friendship between you and Mitra, and both are company allies, and you have business ventures going together. So, do you really think the CBI will waste time, or the entire federal government exposure will be deployed towards this? Because it's not that worth. Your company and the scam right now are not that worth, because you'd be easily caught. Both, and I legally would like to plead that Mitra's domestic operational offices should be sealed and it should never be given the scope to open. Uh, am I hitting you on the wrong side, Miss Mitra and Mr. Dakshin Siddharth?
Yes, you are hitting on the wrong side, and you do not even know what is happening, and even we are not sure who the culprits are. And who are you to plead or request the government to keep the seal for both the
Press
companies?
reporter, the media, the most powerful voices of the entire nation. Okay,
Do you ever have?
we people are the most powerful voices of the entire nation.
We have an investigation team, and day after tomorrow, myself, Mr. Jay Prakash, Mr. Dakshin Siddharth, and all the company employees are going to attend the investigation team. And if you want to know the truth, you better attend that investigation.
Any pressing questions, if it is bringing the emotion, then it is actually bringing the truth. Okay, so if you're getting irritated, or if you're getting annoyed, or if you're getting frightened or threatened, or really angry out of my question, then it means you're the culprit, Ms. Mitra and Mr. Dakshin.
First of all, I'm not at all threatened by you because your media company reported false figures a lot of times and you were sued for that. Even in the recent conflict which is going on in Ukraine, you reported false numbers. And just yesterday, there was a charge again pressed against your company. So we're not threatened by a company which can't even get the numbers right. So don't worry about that.
Code, Mr. Dakshin. The next sequence.
Let's get on to the next sequence now.
Okay, Mr. So the next sequence is when the investigation team and other members from RAW are appointed. Okay. So first, in the first part of the scene, we have the following members: Siddharth, Tanishma, and JPNA. They are meeting myself and Mitra. So let's go. 3, 2, 1. Hello, gentlemen. I heard that you're the ones who have been appointed to take this case forward. Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you too. And I just read over the case, and I just thought some clue has been left by um, the criminals that were doing in under your company. And just I just got a clue, and my team is working on it. I'm sure I'll get the results soon, and I will produce it. Who was behind this scam, and and they'll get a prison statement due to this major cause. So I'll make a conference on this. Who had made this who are behind this. So but I have a clue. They have left a clue, and our team is working on it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You can call us anytime for any sort of inquiry or investigation. We'll always be there. Just please find
Yeah.
out who's behind all this. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Siddharth and Tanish,
thank
you
you.
guys got something to say?
My question for you, I don't really have much. It's just, yeah, I don't have much. I don't have many questions. It's answered before.
Okay, so but whenever you do, please don't hesitate to call us. We'll always be there.
Okay.
Yeah. Tanish, what do you want to say something?
I don't have any questions right now.
Okay. So
Trying
freeze.
to think of some.
Okay. So you have something to say?
Yes, Mr. Dakshin, to that. So, dear sir, here we oblige to whatever you instruct us. And also, I just had one thing that I'll have to inform you. I suspect the logistics team of our company and also the 2 marketing assistants of Mr. Dakshin Siddharth.
Oh no, they would never do that. Come on, Mitra. We've known
No,
them
sir,
for
I
years.
do have some evidence because I think they might be. I only suspect, and I am not here to assure that they are the culprits. I just suspect, and they being from law, I have to inform them about our suspicion, right?
Okay.
Sir, I suspect these I suspect the marketing assistants of Mr. Dakshin Siddharth and the logistics team because we do not have any relation. Our job is only to supply the accessories for the phone and other technical gadgets, and all those are from legal and authorized things. And we never have the intention of making this loss to Mr. Dakshin Siddharth's company, and also to reveal the information, the personal information of the common people of India. We never had an intention, and we are only here to serve people, and that's the only intention that we have. That's the positive intention. But as I am in this conference and you are going to just search and reveal the culprits, my suspicion is towards the logistic team of our company and also the marketing assistants of Mr. DS.
Yeah, I will make note of it. Mr. Dakshin Siddha, just keep an eye on them with a separate team. What you're going for, if you're coming into the whole case, we need to suspect whatever the dealing
Yes.
is with. So you take care of a separate team and keep an eye on it. And I need your company hackers other than these 2 people. So just give me their contacts and. Just keep an eye on them, and I can check whether IP addresses are matching for them. So let's keep an eye on them. Also, it will be I think it will be a plus point for this case. So I'll try to sort out it soon, and we'll find out.
I understand, sir, but I don't think they're involved. But anyway, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So freeze. So the team now has news. They found out who the culprit is, and they're going to explain exactly how they tracked down the criminal. So about a couple of months later, we have the same team coming out, and they're going to explain who the culprit is with valid reasons. So who's starting?
Yeah, I'll start it.
Okay. Whoever wants to go next, you can raise your hands. Come on.
Okay. No, I'm just sit here for the conference here, which is presenting with our Mitra and GS company owner Dakshin Siddha. So the cases, I think the cases are only solved, and we're going to put it in the end. So what is you may put your questions. What are all these behind, and I'll explain it clearly about this case.
Who are the culprits, sir?
The culprits are the Taneshwar and one more guy behind this. I think his name is Taneshwar and let me give me a second.
Now, Yalvendra and Sabina.
Okay, fine. Yeah, just so forgot. Sorry. Okay, the real culprits are Yalvendan and Sibi Aditya, who are behind this. They actually left the call. with
No,
the
no, no, no.
Ukraine
You must be mistaken.
Mm,
They have been working in my company for the past 5 years. They won't do that. Are you sure?
Yeah, sure. Because you have been keep an eye on it, and I'm in
How
contact
would
with
the
your.
raw agents lie, Mr. Dakshin? That you'll have to accept the truth. Although they were with your marketing assistants and although they have made lots of research about your company's profit, they're still the culprits. Because the raw agents would have would have undergone lots of surveys and finally they have got the culprit. Be happy that you're going to get out of the black.
I think they got it wrong. Come on.
No, and I just explain it clearly
Okay.
throughout it. So what happened is they have been made a call with the Ukraine country, but they have been logged in the dark web. Actually, our team is also has a good ethical hackers, but only ethical hackers can find out these type of loopholes in the dark webs, and by that dark web loopholes, my team has found out that the IP address from this phone to from the phone from Ukraine has been connected. So this was then we had a suspect on them, although their phone call has been frequent of in between 3 to 2 days. So we just had an eye on them, as Mitras also had. So we just targeted on them and we look after their bank accounts and everything. We came to know that they have been transacted about lakhs of money. So this could be a price for them to do this type of scans behind the company. So it will be you do your company employs that CB and Alvin also be or behind these scams. So I have evidence proofs that I can submit throughout this press conference. You can go through it. So that's all.
I'm too much shocked, but yes, I get what you're trying to say. Have to put up with the truth. Yeah. Tanishwar and Siddharth, you guys want to say something?
My question
Yes,
is
we have multiple pieces of evidence that it is Yalvinden and Sibi, and we can show it at court if you really want us to.
Okay, so yeah, Siddharth, you're saying something.
oh yeah. So for the criminals that you talked about before, what kind of punishment are you gonna give to them for what they've done?
Yeah, I want to know that.
We
What
need
kind
to.
of
I just submitted the cases proofs and to the court, and the court and government decides what to do for him.
So freeze. Now, in the next sequence, by the time the next sequence takes place, all of them have been arrested. All the culprits have been arrested, and we're also pressing for charges against the Ukrainian people who were behind all this. So that's being dealt with in the International Court of Justice. So now in this sequence, we have the Chief Minister of the state attending a press conference along with Mitra and Dakshin. So the Chief Minister's role will be played by Sir, and he's urging the citizens using this particular forum to trust the company again, and they do great things in the future. So we have all the other people playing reporters. So JP, Anna, Siddharth, and Tanishwar, you can ask questions, any top of the hat questions that you have right now to anyone. Go.
So my question is for the general public, what are you going to do in the future about these kind of situations? What if something like this happens again? How are we going to stop it? Will we make it quicker than before? And will we make sure that no other people on the outside or the third person party is activated in this or involved in this?
In future, this will be happen. What is answer? When this happens, I will say that I did it, but I will try to hide it, and they knew the news that for the time.
Let us not spread here rumors in the future. Although we do not know the truth or who the culprit is behind all this, this time many rumors were posed towards the company of DS, and the DS, Mr. DS being in the top list of the richest men in the whole world, is being posed or blamed that he is the main culprit. So we should, even in the future we get to know about the scam or something that's happening, we should stay patient, and we must not say anything without knowing the truth. That is, always we would hear that without let any other know about an information until you know that it is from an authorized document or authorized report or something, or any website, authorized report or any website. So let's follow that, and let's not spread rumors in the future if we face such a problem.
Okay, who's next? Tanishwar, do you want to ask something?
No, I'm not sure. I didn't ask anything.
JB, Anna, have some questions.
No, no question.
Okay, so I have a question towards the Chief Minister. I'm spinning off. So, so despite everything which has happened, let's forget about this issue for now, and let's talk about the past 15 years. The government has always had the back of the DS telecommunication company. Have always supported them, and you have said that his company, Dakshin's company, is going to change the face of technology in India. But right now, I want to ask you this: after all that which has happened, do you still think that it's the right choice to trust them again? How can we not? How can we be assured that this sort of thing won't happen again?
Well, as a chief minister of the state, I would like to reiterate a point that any corporate firm will always have a roller coaster time. Sometimes corporate firms have a roller coaster in terms of financial condition. Sometimes they have roller coaster in terms of budgetary inflammation. And sometimes they have a central government pressure. And only in rare occasions, a corporate firm will be put into test in terms of criminal assassinations and accusations from the entire nation, just like what has been happening for DS telecommunications in the recent times. Yes, they underwent a lot of troubled waters, and they were really in a forcible situation to ensure a shutdown of the entire company. And Mitra Enterprises was also, although it was a medium firm company, I'm sorry, medium scale firm, they were also put into a lot of pressure. But you need to understand that these people have surmounted the investigation. They stood the test of the time, they stood the test of the investigation, and they also stood the test of the integrity and their corporate value system. And both the companies have emerged successfully. So yes, it's a truth that they were into a very big turbulent times and also a nationwide challenging situation, but they have surmounted. And yeah, so I have made a turnkey operation of one agency becoming as customers of DS Telecommunications, and DS Telecommunications had sold that agency rather a quantum of almost about 8,500 smartphones, and they were very reliable. And I would like to stick my neck out as the chief minister of the state to motivate the public that they can really have the stake, the trust, and the dependence on DS communication all over, DS telecommunications all over again. They can trust the company, and the company will definitely serve. I would like to give this as a word, not only as a chief minister, but also a person who has got some background information and background experience being an industrialist myself.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
So you're trying to say that you're also one of those trusted customers, right?
I was a member of Legislative Assembly and I was representing in Lok Sabha. And during those times, before the democratic people of Tamil Nadu elected me as a chief minister, I was also a very ordinary customer of DS Telecommunication. And the same kind of blood boiling and the fuming that you had inside when they faced this. And I refrained myself from using that product. But after things have changed, I have installed myself back as a customer of the same company.
Okay. Please. So now Jayaprakash now and Danishwar will give conclusions, and anyone else if they want to, then we'll end it. Jayaprakash now, you can
Let-
give the conclusion.
Yeah, now the case is put into the end, and we have given a social message of the how the scams have been and been a major threat in the country. Country can also reduce the economic and it causes every defects in a country's wealth. So it could be aware from the next time and make sure. Every company chooses a correct employee for their work, and the employees also should be testable for them, and you need to have a good managing skills from them. So this could be the end, and that's I'm ending it.
Danishwar, you got something to say?
So yeah, this is about how the DS community, I mean company, went through a whole lawsuit related to the Ukraine and Russia and how they were able to get back on.
Conclusion. Okay, so in such
So
case,
that's it.
that brings up the close of the skit. Beautifully, wonderfully, and really technically executed skit and fantastic planning by everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Well
Thank
done,
you, sir. Well
everyone.
done,
Yes,
everyone.
sir.
Thank
Great
you,
job,
sir. Well
everyone.
done, everyone.
Well done, everyone.
Right, so before we come to the conclusion of the class altogether, I would like to ask some questions. My first question is towards Mitra. During the planning of this particular skit, you had been traveling all around from this Russia-Ukraine thing, and then finally you brought the accused people as Dakshin Siddharth's ex officio members, Yalvendan and Sibiatitan, and then they are prosecuted. And after that, again, the chief minister gives the assurance that DS enterprises can be believed. So, in reality, do you really think a company can earn the same kind of goodwill after such a thing has happened? Like two most important people in the company being the accused, and then do you really think the company can earn the goodwill back?
Sir, it might not, the goodwill might not be got by the company immediately, sir. It will definitely take at least 1 or 2 years, sir. Maximum 1.5 years, because the trust cannot be regained very easily, sir. people could trust someone easily, but not after such an issue has been raised by the society or even the other people to hack this. So it will take some time, and the company has to put even more efforts to gain back the trust and the belief of the common.
Fantastic. Dakshin, my question to you is, I know that about 80% of this entire plot is yours. And what is the learning that you take out of the gamut of MS evening sessions activities that you are part of? This kind of, the head and tail story scheme of activity. That is, I'm giving the head and you finish up with the tail. What is the learning out of that kind of activity?
So these activities enable us to think more and think in such a way that we're paying enough justice to the head of the plot, and the ending of the plot must complement the beginning, and there must be a sort of logical correlation between the starting and the end, and it makes it even more appealing. And initially you just used to give a theme and we used to prepare the entire thing, but now when you've given the first part, it makes us think. Even I wouldn't say the quantum of thinking is more, the quantity is more, but rather the angle in which we think, the range in which we process our thoughts is increasing. We think in different angles, and we discuss with each other and put down our ideas together, and so it helps everyone. And having a lot of people definitely helps, and we can easily share our points and combine them together. So
Yes, Yalvel. Yes.
Sir, in MS evening sessions, you said many heads we should find the tail. In that, I learned the head is very easy. The first part of the story is very easy. When sometime it goes, the technical part is lost. So you are saying to find the tails.
Fantastic. Nice. Good job.
In many stories in MS evening sessions, the in sir told many sir in at last after finishing the tale, you will give a appropriate
Conclusion.
conclusion for this story. In that, I think that the last part is the technical.
Right. Right. Good job. Nice. Nice answer. Okay, we will come to Tanishwar now. And Tanishwar, what did you learn out of this activity in this weekend class?
I learned that, no matter like how many like if you like begin something, you can like always
Tanishwar?
end it. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I learned that uh no matter like how you like begin the story, you can always like end it in some way, and it can be any way, but like that like all comes down to creativity, because not everyone's gonna have like the same solution to the problem. So yeah.
Right. So Siddharth, Tanishwar's answer being that, what is your take on this?
For me, my take would be in this. Like after people start trusting you in some way or form, you shouldn't break that trust. Because if you do, it's gonna take a lot to build that back up, especially if there are like millions of people. Because like said before, if like for the situation they did, it would take many years to get the trust back. So for the public, it could be like 1 or 2 years. And then for the people in business who understand what they're doing, they could be used as some kind of example and be used for like many other years. And then it'll always be saved in history so that like even in the future, 10 or 20 years, 20 years later, they can always just pull that report up and then prove it to the competitors or something, and then their stocks fall down or they lose a lot of money just because something that happened 10 or 20 years ago. Sure, you're on mute.
That's a fabulous inference. I mean, you have improved on the point of giving the learning experience and speaking much more open these days, and that's really good. Good job, Siddharth.
Thank you.
Sivyathan, what's your learning out of this activity, although you're not part of it?
Sir, my learning is when the problem comes, don't take the முடிவுக்கு sir? Decision quickly. Please think and do.
Nice. That's right. Okay. So Jayaprakash, as a PG pursuing student, how do you think this kind of an activity has helped you?
So it's made more creativity. Creativity always gives you up to the core extent what you are learning for. Also, I came to know about the situation spacing. So this type of the reporters scenes and the criticisms are behind the scenes, and you will face these situations in a company when you are going to settle up, or you learn many things about that, about what you have been behind, and what you will be facing the situations, like everything. I've learned this in this type of activities, but it's although it's by not although we have taken some technological terms, but it gives a good learning experience. So.
You're on mute.
Yeah. Anybody else would like to add anything towards this learning insight or something? Okay. Now, the very reason I have given this kind of an activity is to check your crisis management skills. That's what is more needed these days. At any given point of time, your brain has to be ready for facing any sort of challenge, the crisis or crisis in plural, it would be said. So you have to be ever ready for facing it. So these kinds of stories and asking you to prepare is to nourish and sharpen your crisis management skills.
Sir, yesterday in Bharat, you said one more. Was that
No, that we cannot speak now. We can speak when Bharati and student join. Not today. Okay, so that's coming to the close of that's bringing us to the close of the session today. And Siddharth and Tanishwar will not be available for the next week's session. I mean, Tanishwar is going to be there, but Siddharth is not going to be there. Tanishwar, are you part of that same scout, or you're attending next week?
I'm not sure, sir. I'll let you know like later down the week if I am attending.
All right. So if you got any information, just post it in the Skype window, okay, in our group.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Alright.
sir.
So most likely Tanishwar and Siddharth might not be present in the next weekend class. So in that case, we will have Dakshin Siddharth finishes the exam only on 9th. That will give him the license to attend MS evening session only after 9th. So these days, MS evening sessions happens only 4 days a week: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If Siddharth and Tanishwar are not going to be present on Sunday, we will take a Sunday off and we'll have a compensation class. That compensation class might be on Wednesday, that is 9th of March, which is the local temple festival day. I'll have to take a decision about that. But Tuesday, I might not be able to connect MS evening session. I sincerely doubt if I would be able to connect Bharat Zion also, because I'm hired by Hindustan Engineering College for a half-day workshop. So I start at 2 o'clock and I finish up only by 4:30 or 5. I'll be at Coimbatore. So I'll let you know. but we are meeting on Wednesday next. Okay. Monday, Tuesday for Sibiyat and Yalvendan, for everybody, I will be giving work. They'll have to work and come back. As far as Jayaprakash is concerned, Jayaprakash will join on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Jayaprakash will get a video that he should work on. Siddharth and Tanishwar will get videos to work on, but that's next week since they are not going to be present. That's the plan. Any other questions? Dakshin, JP, Siddharth, Tanishwar?
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right.
Sir.
Okay. So Dakshin, you are meeting on Wednesday, right?
Tuesday, sir.
Or Tuesday? Okay.
Yes. Do we have class on Tuesday?
I will inform. Tuesday, mostly, I would not be able to connect on Tuesday because by the time I return from Hindustan, it would be 5:45 or so. I won't be able to connect. But Wednesday,
Okay, sir. I will come on Wednesday.
yeah. Okay.
From where he has come back. welcome viewers. अब எப்படியுமே Monday, Tuesday
என்னடா, what do you want? Say things clear.
want Tuesday class 5.
No, Tuesday it's not possible for me. I'll tell you. Okay, so if there are no questions, continue your therapies. And Siddharth, I'll meet you the week next to next. Danishwar, let me know. And JP, I'll send a video and you prepare the video and make sure you make a presentation on coming Friday, your regular schedule.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So Jayaprakash, Dakshin, Siddharth, and Danishwar, expect great things and lose strong. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye, sir.
sir.
Bye,
Bye, sir.
everyone.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye, everyone.
Staying
Expect great things.
strong.
Love strong.
Bye.
Bye.
And lose strong. Bye.
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 Bye.